This is News 6 Tonight.
Hello and welcome to News 6 Tonight. Glad to have you with us on a very busy Monday evening here in Central Florida news. We actually had to really cut stuff.
We had to
before
kick
we
some
went
stories
on.
out of the
Yeah,
broadcast
it was like,
tonight.
you're not dramatic enough. Get off.
Oh my gosh. And that's unusual for a Monday. But today was just jam-packed with all kinds of interesting stories. And, hopefully you got to watch some of the news today. But we're going to update you on the ones we find pretty interesting and that you probably should know about. And the first one is, if you're a parent and you have kids who are in school or should be in school, this story is really disturbing. There is an elementary school in Volusia County, Deltona. Sunday morning, the alarm goes off like something's happening, and it's not a fire. But they look at the surveillance video, and these two kids, and they can tell they're kids, go into the media center. I think it's Friendship Elementary School in Volusia
Got it.
County. And they just destroy the media center to the tune of
Crazy the amount of damage they did.
$50,000. That stuff is expensive. And I think these kids were going to have like a book fair in the media center. A lot of things happen in the media center. So they show the surveillance video or the pictures from the surveillance, and two moms recognized their own kids and called police.
Mom's narked.
Oh, I would too. I'm sorry. I know you would.
Would you really?
I didn't raise a child to break the law like that. That is terrible. And then I think now they hold parents accountable. If your child does something and you don't come forward, you can be held accountable. I don't know if that's everywhere.
I don't know if that's
But
law.
anyway, our Volusia County community correspondent Molly Reed has part of that story. Let's listen.
Volusia deputies Sunday finding this after responding to a fire alarm.
If you guys want to keep going, I'll do a secondary in here.
A glass door shattered, and inside the media center, open cabinets, a fire extinguisher discharged, paint thrown around, and racial slurs painted across walls, and supplies thrown on the floors.
Hey, did we go through this door?
Everywhere deputies walk, their body cameras showing a mess left behind.
Once we post on social media, it blows up. We get, I don't know how many tips come in telling us who these two little cherubs are. And the mother of both of the little cherubs call us.
Sheriff Mike Chitwood says surveillance video caught this image of the 12 and 13-year-olds.
I got to give the moms credit. They called us. They didn't tell the kids we were coming. And when they were questioned, they confessed to what they did. One of them then went up to the bedroom and got out some items that were stolen from the school, a radio and some digital cameras, and turned them over to us.
And when questioned as to why they would do this, the two told deputies they were bored.
But let's be honest here, $50,000 worth of damage, we all know who's going to be responsible to pay that. It's going to be us, the taxpayers.
It is so disturbing when you see the level of
amount of
damage.
damage is
Yeah,
crazy.
I wouldn't, you know what? I would be okay with them just stealing stuff and hiding it in their rooms like one of them did already without destroying, because now other kids can't learn and they need that equipment in the school. They're facing some serious felony charges too.
They should. That was messed up. That's a lot of money and a big issue. I am torn by the mom thing, though.
No, okay. You would, if you saw two of your one of your kids. We've had this conversation
We
off
have,
camera. I
yeah.
won't say what you actually told me.
I'll tell you. I'll say it.
Go ahead.
I have had personal conversations with my children to say, look, if you're ever in trouble, I'm your guy. In fact, if you ever need someone to help you bury a body, I am the one person to call. They're the only ones I would do it for, or my wife or my dad or my mom.
Well, that's a long
And
list.
you.
Wow.
But no, it's but I understand. I think probably in this situation, I would imagine this isn't the first time these kids have had this issue, and these moms
Absolutely.
were probably saying to themselves,
That's it.
I would rather do it now and have a come to Jesus moment where they're bring
They're
them down.
juveniles as opposed to being
Right.
18, and now you're looking at some hard time.
Yeah,
maybe.
go and do that over 18 years old, and you're definitely going to
I'm
jail.
pretty sure my parents would have turned me in, and
You think so? Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it was the best thing. I'm sure.
I mean, I was afraid of them,
knew
so
what
I
they
wasn't
were
going to do
doing.
anything.
Yeah,
bad.
I know. I mean, my
No.
kids are not doing that. I can tell you that. they would have not have to worry about the cops. That's for
Exactly,
sure.
it's
They would
you.
have a lot
Yeah.
more to worry about with me. All right. Well, we got some crazy video today. A sad story. An 83-year-old woman died in a Brightline crash.
Yeah.
You never really know how this goes down. Well, there happened to be a business nearby that caught the video, and she drives into the arm. Something weird was going on here, and then pulls onto the tracks, and then just stops.
Stays there.
And then this Brightline train
Oh.
comes along. Community correspondent James Barbero takes us through the video.
The deadly impact when police say an 83-year-old drove through a railroad crossing arm and was killed in the path of a Brightline train as her car exploded. This tragic collision happened Friday in Rockledge here at US 1 and Eyster Boulevard. And a doctor's office here at the intersection just gave me this video of the collision. You can see as other cars are stopped, police say 83-year-old Eleanora Mitchell from Rockledge runs into the crossing arm, and as it goes over her car, she gets onto the tracks. Police told me they don't know why she did that. And I've asked Brightline about how the driver was able to drive through the crossing arm. We'll add any new information to clickorlando.com.
Yeah, those crossing arms are just there to show you, hey, don't go onto the
Yeah, to
tracks. They're
keep
not
you-
going to actually stop a car.
No, they're
from
not.
driving
Yeah.
there. So these trains, they run between 79 and 110 miles an
And that's
hour.
something that's new, and people aren't used to that kind of speed. Because remember, we did stories on how they had to approve, because that's that line that's going to Miami, right? And
Yeah.
they had to approve speeds of 110 miles per up
Going
to
through certain areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you see a train, if you've ever been at a crossing and you see the train right there, and the next thing you know, it's already past you. And I think people aren't used to what 110 miles might look like.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I was also found it interesting. The Miami Herald did an investigation where they reported how many Brightline crashes have killed people since 2018. Did you look this up?
No, I looked up just this year alone how many crashes there have been in that cluster in Brevard County.
How many did you get?
I got 3 just in Brevard County, February, and then there was one last month. No, 2 in February, and then this one.
Overall, if you go through the whole line.
Yeah, from
According to
2018.
the Miami Herald,
Yeah.
since the beginning, 182 people as of June. So obviously that's more now because several more have happened, but 182 people died.
That's a lot.
So
That's a lot.
it's interesting. This has been a struggle for Brightline trying to deal with, especially they'll have like certain areas that we've reported on where it'll be one intersection that just seems to have
Yeah,
a bunch
a lot.
of those deaths.
And it seems, honestly, and again, it seems like there's that cluster in Brevard County. There's the one in Malabar, February 11th, where a driver was hurt. And then in Cocoa in Brevard County, a driver was killed. And then the one today with the 83-year-old was killed. And that was Eyster Boulevard in
Sad.
US 1.
She seemed
in Rockledge.
confused. I'm definitely
I think
confused
so too,
trying
'cause
to drive through.
Yeah, no one would stop on tracks intentionally,
Yeah.
I think.
No, definitely not. Sue says I'm shocked just watching it from
Yeah.
the comfort of my home. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
terrifying.
an awful story. It's just, please be careful out there and don't think you can ever beat a train, because it's just not worth
not
it.
gonna
If you're going to be late, you're going to be late, but it's better than not showing up at all.
But
And
yeah,
that's-
again,
yeah.
I just have a feeling that
Something
she
else
wasn't
happened.
Russian. I think
Yeah,
she was just
something
confused.
else happened. Okay, another story we have to move on to is our News 6 investigator, Mike DeForest, has done, wow, some heavy lifting when it comes to the former Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez. So many correspondents have covered this particular story, but the thing that is revealed now, hundreds and hundreds of pages of documents, including text messages.
Including emojis.
It's not the emojis you think we're talking about, but it is to a level where you think, like, this is an elected official. And he was sending some of these allegedly before he was even
a lot
elected.
of it is before he was sheriff.
Yeah, and with the intention of, when I'm your sheriff, you will be protected, is what some of the text messages allegedly are saying. Here's our News 6 investigator, Mike DeForest, with part of that story.
In 2019, when then Deputy Marcos Lopez was running to become Osceola County's next sheriff, he needed campaign money. So prosecutors say he hit up businessman Krishna Deokaran for campaign donations. Deokaran owned and operated several illegal gaming rooms in Lake County, according to authorities. Prosecutors say Lopez also sought campaign contributions from Kissimmee businesswoman Kate Zhang, who allegedly imported gambling machines from China. Lopez introduced Zhang to Dio Karan, court records allege, and a unique business relationship was formed. Kate, nothing to worry, Lopez allegedly wrote in a 2019 text message to Zhang. No matter what the outcome is when I win, we start the first internet amusement cafe in Osceola County. You will be safe and not have to worry about anything because I will be your sheriff. Lopez ultimately won that election. He later gave Dio Karan this honorary special deputy badge, records allege. According to prosecutors, the trio opened up a gaming room in Osceola County called Eclipse Social Club. This building previously housed a restaurant where a deadly shooting occurred in 2021. Call me right away, Lopez allegedly texted to Dio Karan. We did a raid and I shut that place down. It's ours. As seen in this TikTok video, Eclipse featured slot machines and other gambling devices state officials call illegal. According to court records, Dio Karan paid Lopez between $600,000 and $700,000 in cash, normally put in a manila envelope, which were proceeds from the gaming business. In exchange, prosecutors say Lopez used his position as sheriff to protect the illegal operation. In 2022, some Osceola County deputies happened to stop by Eclipse Social Club. Prosecutors say Dio Karan texted Lopez this photo, which reportedly shows one of those deputies. Your deputies is at the Eclipse, Dio Karan allegedly wrote. He said, I have shut down. A few hours later, prosecutors say Lopez wrote back, you should have no issues.
Okay, and so we have to wrap that up by saying Dio Karan has not been charged with any crimes, although these records suggest, according to Mike, that any investigation into him may still be ongoing. And Lopez, of course, has denied any
He has been
wrongdoing.
charged, but
He is-
has not.
He's
been to
pleaded
trial
not
yet.
guilty to racketeering charges.
Fascinating to see the portion in which the report is trying to allege that he raided this place and then texted and said, this is ours now.
Yeah.
It's almost like targeted a place is the allegation, and then they're going to use that to try to tell a jury that he then allayed to his friends, hey, we're going to get this place because I just raided it and took it from
I
somebody
was
else.
today years old when I realized they had slot machine emojis.
I didn't know about that either.
No idea.
He had to search for that one if that was his message.
If it was, yeah. So it was really interesting. And that wasn't even Mike's full report. So if you want to see the full thing, just go to clickorlando.com.
He's
It really
done
is worth
great work.
Yeah,
on
really.
that. All right, we have a lot more for you, including a little of that stanky stuff. What's the funky smell going on in Sanford? We're going to talk about that after the break. Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also, good looking. Because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down
Oh my
below.
gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh. Hey, welcome back to News 6 Tonight. I hope you're having a good evening as you're watching us.
Yeah.
Maybe doom scrolling on your couch or something. That's
Maybe.
possible.
Yeah,
suppose.
I'm thankful that this is an online show and not in person, so you can't smell anything.
Yeah, that's right. I
It's
know.
not
Usually by
smell-o-vision.
this time of night, Ginger's only brushed her teeth about 6 times. So her breath gets a little rough. Sanford is a beautiful spot
Wow.
in Central Florida. No, she does. She brushes her teeth all day. It's very weird. It's great. I think it's good.
How is my oral hygiene anything to do with the story?
I don't know. We were talking about smells. So there's this gorgeous little spot called Sanford.
Yeah.
You've been there.
It's
I've been
great.
there with you in Central Florida.
Yeah.
Downtown, right on the shores of Lake
It's beautiful.
Monroe. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But there's a problem. It stinks. Apparently, it actually stinks right now. People have been messaging us. Something has spoiled
Something is
in
foul in the air.
Sanford.
Yeah.
So what is going on? Our community correspondent, Catherine Silver, goes and checks it out.
That smell, it's terrible.
It's so bad. Some days the smell is unavoidable. Do you think it's getting worse?
It's getting worse. From 1 to 10, 9.5. Serious.
He says it's seriously sickening,
It can make you sick on the stomach.
rotten,
Kind of off-putting.
like raw sewage.
It's like raw wet. You can smell it from like a mile or two down the road.
I think a lot of it's coming from the sewage treatment plant.
Mayor Art Woodruff tells us the city is aware of the problem.
We've got 2 odor control units that are supposed to be working there. One of them was just replaced. And there's also one other place.
So this is a symptom of equipment not working the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's a equipment failure.
Are you hopeful this will fix the smell? People say it's been years that there's been a smell here.
Well, and there's always going to be some odor coming from a sewage treatment plant. We can control it, and we need to do a better job of that and be more proactive with the maintenance, which we are starting to do.
And it reeks.
I'm old, 76 years old. I don't want this.
He doesn't deserve that.
He was a little emotional about that.
Well, I mean, you go out, you live in a beautiful place, and when you walk outside, it betrays you. The old
That's right.
STP failure, the sewer treatment plant. No one wants to hear that.
Just looking at that plant, you could tell not everything was up to snuff because it looked a little downtrodden, a little rusty.
I don't know, but they're working on the problem. There was some kind of thing that takes the humidity out of the
Yeah, I didn't.
whatever.
I guess it's called
Some
a
machine.
dryer or
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
Apparently, this machine helps take that stank out of the air. I actually live uncomfortably close to a dump, and, and if it's hot and humid, and I'm now wondering sometimes if I haven't smelled it in a while, but there
Okay.
was a period there of time where everybody was on the neighborhood Facebook page like, are we going to be
Complaining
able to
about it.
sell our homes?
Yeah,
Because
exactly,
it
because of this thing.
stinks out there. So
Yeah.
it happens to everybody. We reported it a bunch in Mount Dora,
Dora, yeah.
and people could not figure out where the smell was
Which
coming
was
from.
another beautiful place here in Central Florida. You don't expect it to stink.
Mhm.
So they finally figured out that one
They
as
did.
well. You know, the problem is also it depends on which way the wind is blowing. And when you have beautiful days like today, the wind is calm. I don't want to do the forecast. So let's bring in meteorologist Jonathan Kegas for that. And Jonathan, depending on which way the wind blows, you could have a really big problem with that kind of stench.
Yes, you could. That guy must live south of that plant because the breeze has been out of the north and east all weekend long, giving us the very pleasant days that we enjoyed over the weekend. Maybe not so much, though, if you live right downwind of that plant, though.
Yeah, but honestly, that we don't want to talk about that stink. I want to give you a chef's kiss.
It was
for
a
this
beautiful
It was
weekend, man. It all came together
phenomenal.
just like you said it would.
I mean that. Thanks. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, no, it looked like what we talked about it. I think last week. I mean, the early stages of last week, or even the week before that we had the shot here to get it all the way down the Florida Peninsula, at least partially down to at least where we live. Sorry, Miami, you're not going to get that for probably till Christmas, but nonetheless, I mean, gorgeous. I mean, you get to step even tonight. If you just step outside, it's feeling better. Ginger, you mentioned it tonight that a corner being turned. And while, okay, we're maybe not there to keep the windows open all day just yet,
But
we're
still,
getting close.
yeah.
I mean, it's getting darker out there earlier as well. You can really tell that we're shaving off some minutes through the
Liking it.
day. So that corner has been turned. We are going to increase the humidity a little bit going forward. And we also have something in the tropics. I can't. I'm not one to tease. I don't think it's coming here as well. But we are going to talk about it. Invest 92L. We have the brand spanking new model runs on that. So I'll show you that again. I always just like to get in there and show you why it's not coming here. The why is important. Back in school, I always remember my teachers grilling me. Show your work.
Show your work.
Or else you wouldn't get
Absolutely.
full credit or
Yeah.
any credit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought
Exactly.
it was BS back then, but
I was
we gotta
actually
do it.
curious because over the weekend, the weather here was gorgeous. And you mentioned this in South Florida, the Hurricanes were playing the USF Bulls. And I go to flip on that game and it was on a lightning delay forever. I'm like, I'm looking outside my window. Obviously, that's a good ways to the south, but I figured all of Florida got the good weather. But apparently, that is not the case.
Just us.
If we have the screen capture, I'll show you exactly why that is. To pull that
We have
up.
it,
So we had
Chris.
a stationary. You know how our weather was like crummy? What was it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that front that was pretty much acting as a pathway to help generate those thunderstorms through Central Florida Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We finally got that push out of the north to push it into South Florida. So while we were enjoying some of the drier weather that the Panhandle had Monday and Tuesday, they got what we had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then they had the front, and they're actually still dealing with it. So I think going forward into the week ahead, while our rain chances go up a little bit towards the week, they are going to be dealing with the heavy stuff, I think, again, because that front is just, it likes Miami for whatever reason. It likes South Florida. So it's going to be where the active weather is this week.
I like having that front right there. I wish it would stay there. for
Oh my
another
gosh,
2
it's like a
months.
blocker or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I'm with
football,
you.
you know, Jonathan, thank you for not teasing us with that invest because a lot of people think we get excited about the
No.
potential for a storm, and that is the last thing we get. So the fact that you just put it right out there, it's like, don't, you know, it's not coming for us. We're not trying to tease you or scare
That's
you.
right.
So thank you for that.
Do we have a second or do we have to go? Do we have to hit
Got
break?
30 seconds.
Yeah, let's
probably.
do
Okay,
it.
Give it to
yeah,
me.
No, the excited part. My goodness, somebody accused me that last week, and I'm like, come to the station when we're in hurricane coverage and just see how excited we are when we're away from our homes and families and sleeping on the
And
concrete
property
floor.
and worried. Yeah, it's no fun.
It's not.
It's no
we
fun.
don't like that. We like
Yeah.
giving you the information. We don't like when we're in storm mode. Heck no.
But people do
Amen.
like that talking point, especially online.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you're rooting for. Oh yeah. Yeah, you get to sit at
They
home.
didn't reply back. Go
Of
figure.
course
I
they
saw your
didn't.
response.
Of course
well
they
done,
didn't.
too. Yeah. Jonathan Kagas, thank you very much. We
See you at
appreciate you. Check out
9:30.
his show coming up at 9:30.
All right, when we come back, this is what I really love telling people about how a community will rally together to get results when we come back.
Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart, also good looking, because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down
Oh my
below.
gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh.
Okay, welcome back to News 6 tonight. We have a story we're so excited to tell you about. You know how sometimes if you cannot keep up with your yard work or if you have some stuff that you need to get rid of and code enforcement will come by, you will get fined. Well, you wouldn't do it if you had
If you
a
could do it.
solution for
Yeah.
it. Exactly. So our community correspondent, Alex Cook in Castleberry, found this community. They are getting together, and instead of having people fined or, get in trouble for whatever happened,
Taking them to court.
they are doing what we're supposed to do, and that's help your neighbor. Here's part of Alex's report.
The city of Castleberry came by and they said that they want to send people to my house for free. I'm confused. I was like, what's the catch here?
Stephanie Harold had trouble keeping up with a large yard outside her Castleberry home, and the city's code compliance officers paid her a visit, not to fine her, but to offer help.
That's why we're not code enforcement, we're code compliance. We want to work with the neighbors because everybody flourishes when you're working with the neighbors.
They put her in touch with the Community Flourishing Initiatives, a nonprofit whose volunteers showed up with mowers and weed whackers on Saturday morning, eager to help.
Their yards that are overgrown and messy are often a reflection that there's something going on inside their personal lives or the home. Some of these people are elderly, disabled, sick, lost a loved one, mental health issues, or just feeling completely overwhelmed by life.
Neighbors on Colony Drive cheered when volunteers showed up to this home where they say the owner's hoarding has gotten out of hand, bringing rats to the neighborhood. They've been trying to get something done about it for over 10 years.
Something is finally happening. It's a thing of beauty. Yes, when I saw them pull in yesterday, I rejoiced over that.
The volunteers from 8 churches of different denominations.
That is how you do it. You help
I love
your
it.
neighbor. But no good comes from it. It's like, what's a fine gonna do? Also, I'm standing because Matt Austin switched chairs with me and gave me the sinking chair tonight.
I've been sinking
That's who I'm
every
working
single
with,
night, and she
everybody.
laughs at me.
Bye.
Who's laughing now?